right, class, so we're still talking multiplication, and now I've got a new strategy for you. It's called using partial product. So remember, when we're thinking of a product, we're thinking multiplication, right? We're thinking factor times factor equals a product. So this time, when we're working on partial product, this strategy specifically works with numbers based on where they are in as far as place value. Okay, so we're thinking place value when we're doing partial product. So for instance, let's say we have the number 745 times 26. Okay? So we want to recognize where the place values are for each of the numbers. So remember, we have the ones place, the tens place, and then the hundreds. Okay? All right, so the first thing we're going to do is look at the numbers within our ones place. And I'm going to come over to the side and we're going to list out all the problems we see within this one problem here. So now we're going to just look at the ones place. 5 times 6. We write that down. Both numbers are in the ones place, so 5 times 6 is all we see. Now let's do 4 times 6. But remember, this 4 is not really a 4. It's in the tens place. So instead of 4, it's a what? It's a 40. 40 times 6. Okay? Now let's look at the 7. We're going to do 7 times 6, but remember, we're looking at the place value. The 7 is in what place value? It's in the hundreds. So it's not really a 7, it's a 700. 700 times 6. All right. So now that we've done all 3 digits times the 6, we are now going to cross that out, just like we were doing turtle head. We're no longer looking at it, and now we're going to focus on the 2. But you've got to remember, this 2 is not in the ones place. It's in the tens place, so it represents a 20, okay? So let's start here. That's the 5. It's in the ones place, so 5 times 20. Let's go to the 4. Remember, the 4 is in the tens place, so it's a 40. 40 times 20. And now we have the 7. The 7 is in the hundreds place, so 700 times 20. All right. So we have a total of 6 additional problems we're going to have to do. We're going to get the answers, we're going to get the products of each one, and then we're going to add it all together to get our sum. Okay? All right, so let's work this out. What is 5 times 6? 5 times 6 equals 30. Here we have 40 times 6. So for right now, since we're multiplying with zeros, we're going to ignore the 0 and put it in at the answer, okay? So what is 4 times 6? 4 times 6 equals 24. We have 1 0 in the problem, so I'm going to add 1 0 in the answer. My answer is 240. I'm going to do the same thing over here with 6 times 700. 6 times 7 equals 42. I have 2 zeros in the problem, so I'm going to add 2 zeros in my answer. So my answer is 4,200. 5 times 2 equals 10. I'm going to add 1 0 into my answer. 4 times 2 equals 8. And then I have 2 zeros I'm going to add into my answer. 7 times 2 equals 14. And I have 1, 2, 3 zeros in my answer. So 1, 2, 3. All right, so now we've got all the products that we need. Now we need to add them in order to get our ultimate answer, okay? So sometimes it's going to be very important. I lined my numbers up as I worked, but if you don't, it is okay to come over to the side and line these numbers up again. Line them up correctly before adding, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So if I put a little line here just to kind of help me, zeros all the way down, so my answer is 0. Remember, we're adding. I'm going to do another line here to kind of help guide me. This time I have a 3 and a 4 and a bunch of zeros, so 3 plus 4 equals 7. I'm going to do another line here to help guide me. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 plus 8 is 13. 13 plus 0 is 13. So here's my 3, carry my 1. Put another line here to help guide me. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. And then I have a 1 over here on the side. So my answer is 19,370. That is my final product. Okay? So as you are practicing, remember that we are looking at the place values and multiplying those, okay? So here are the two problems I'm going to give you. You have 321 times 43, and you also have 599 times 42. Try doing that using your place value. Let me know if you need any help. Thanks, guys.